Our niche was basically the worst thing you can do as an entrepreneur. We're looking at our biggest job that we're just about to land. We owe a couple of million. Build us a giant takeaway coffee cup so we can have a world record tax. And then as soon as you start smashing big turnovers, then you get the turnover taxes put on you by the government. You can click a button. I'm like, surely we can make a fighter jet, can't we? Everyone is just in implementation now. I would love a brand.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. Today we are joined by Dan and Curt and their company is Core 4 and they also run their own podcast called HardHatChat.
We were on HardHatChat a little while ago.
And now
so
I'm hard.
Wait,
what?
If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. It's audio only, your one, isn't it?
Yeah. We're not as fancy as this.
This is quite daunting being here today with a camera.
So
we're going to zoom right in on
we're
you.
We're going to touch on both of you because Curt, you actually used to be a window cleaner, right?
Yeah.
But to start with, we'll start with Core 4 as a whole. How did you get into the industry? How did it get started? Give us the backstory.
And what do you do?
That's the hardest one to answer.
Give us a brief overview as well, sort of like current staff numbers, turnover, stuff like that, just rough.
So Core 4 is a solution-based company, and essentially what we do is we deal with contractors' problems for them. It's not the best maybe description.
No, I mean it's often access and groundworks based. But,
so when there's a particularly tricky problem, you guys solve the problem.
People come to us,
Sounds very
we need
mysterious.
We need this
up
sort
high
of
and down low. So it's,
from a risk point of view, the insurers love us because they demand a massive premium off us. But essentially, we look at a project, we'll design it, and we'll deliver it for a contractor. So that could be anything from customer service works through to our most recent ones. If you own a police station and you've got to change the lights, we'll get you access there. Yeah, no problem. Leave all your desks, leave all your computers in, and we'll get over it. I don't know why I said that because I'm regretting that now, but that's what I've done up at Chelmsford Call Centre. But I basically we go in and we go, well, no one else can do it, but we'll do it.
Interesting. So very specialist, would you say?
Our niche was basically the worst thing you can do as an entrepreneur is say yes to everything. You've got to be able to say no, and I can't say no.
Do you say no to less difficult stuff?
Yeah.
You just take on that.
We're just known for niche-y,
How do you market
weird stuff. We work for the same contractors, really.
And they know what you do now.
Yeah, or we'll be online on portals online. So we're bid for work. Government gateways, government portals, all different ones.
They're like tenders, yeah?
Yeah, so we'll tender for stuff like that.
Interesting.
And that's all, at the moment we're turning over a couple of million. We're looking at our biggest job that we're just about to land, we owe a couple of million.
So that looking like doubling it
that will
in a year.
Nearly double it. Our year goes sort of the end of May, but
Right. How many staff?
There'll be some growth. So
it's servicing that sort of level.
So
of
staff-wise, we have 5 in the office, and then we grow. We fluctuate depending on what we got on at different points in time. We have sort of a core team of 8, but we can go up to 20.
And are they self-employed?
The core team are employed, and then we self-employed sort of contractors.
Yeah, just
various different things.
Help out as it fluctuates.
Yeah,
interesting. Give us what are you currently working on? Start with that, and then we'll move on to the weirdest job you've ever done.
Various different projects. So currently we do a lot for Royal Mail, and we're in various different Royal Mail sites doing different things.
We could be doing.
So I might see you down there when I drop them off.
post them for you. Yeah, we're always. So one of the things with Royal Mail is you can never stop the mail moving. So our whole job, or the thinking behind everything that we do, is how can we keep Royal Mail moving? Mm-hmm. So it might be that we need 8 or 9 hours to do something, but we've only got a couple of hours a day that we can do it at. So at a yard in Rayleigh, we might work out the yard in Rayleigh. We might take a couple of lorry loads of kit up there. It might be look on the surface like a complete waste of time, then bringing it away after a couple of hours. But that's how you have to do them sorts of projects.
Yeah.
So we put a lot into it, from a yard perspective for what we do at the yard. Then what we do out on site.
And that's why you get a lot of people saying no to that type of work, because working for a few hours a day.
Presumably, though,
stuff
you
done, 'cause you're still on
charge
deadlines.
accordingly for
Oh
that.
yeah. You charge 100%. You charge for the outcome.
Yeah.
But it is a unique mindset. So a lot of people will be like, well, I want to get there at 8. Whereas we'll be like, well, we've got to get there at 10:30. And if we will try to get in at 10:30, but quite often you can't.
You might be sitting outside.
So yeah, so like this one round the corner here, this depot around the corner, delivery office down there, it's a tight, small delivery office. So if you're doing any work in that yard,
Yeah.
you've got 2-3 hours a day. That's the only chance you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on from that one, then give us your most insane job. What you would describe as the most insane job? Because I'm assuming that would vary depending on what.
I think so. I'll say the most insane one I've seen in my time there is probably when we had half of a bridge in the yard, like for Marlow Bridge. When that was.
Oh
all
yeah,
being
yeah. I
shot blasted
dismantled like Britain's oldest suspension bridge, and I took it back to Rayleigh. This was from Marlow. I took it back to Rayleigh, and we built basically little bays, didn't we, to shot blast different things. So it had contaminant in it, and it goes over the river. So we couldn't get any contamination in the river. We had to keep it clean. So yeah, we took it apart bit by bit, brought it back to Rayleigh.
You're joking. Is that
Didn't lose a bit. I mean, we left the main structure up, but all the walkways, the planks come off, all the cast iron like emblems, all the handrails, everything come off and come back to
quite a
Rayleigh.
lot of intricate stuff.
What sort of job? That was a cleaning job.
So it was a painting job.
Right.
So it was to remove the lead-based paint and then protect the structure moving forward.
Yeah.
So we built an access scaffold around it, and the scaffold actually moved and twisted with the structure, so the existing structure that we left there. Then we dismantled it bit by bit.
Because we remember when we were on your podcast, and your main business is scaffold, right?
Yeah.
But you actually do quite a lot of cleaning.
It is, yeah, because we've realised that we give like their turnkey solution now. So we started off as like a scaffold contractor. Like I say, your typical contractor. We're not that. So where we bid for like the local authority frameworks, any sort of government on all their websites, different tenders, we have to take the package on as a whole. There's not really many people going, do you know what? We just want to put a scaffold up around this hospital.
Yeah.
They want to put the scaffold up for an end result. That might be solar panels. That might be to clean it. That might be for new windows. That we got one going up for new windows. We do then the package. Yeah, £600,000 of it might be scaffold, but the rest of it will be the actual.
And then you'll bring in the window fitters to change the windows.
Yeah.
You just deal with the
just
whole
like
lot.
traditionally sub it out.
Yeah.
So we just say now we are specialist solution. Like that's what we do, because it don't really say what we do, but it doesn't pigeonhole us.
Yeah.
In terms of revenue, then I don't want to know actual figures, but so I'm guessing you guys started off as scaffolding, and then you see the potential in terms of. So how did that come about?
Yeah, no one. And then what happens really is no one goes. So if you speak to like a scaffolder, they think the world revolves around them, which
It does, because it revolves around mine.
yeah.
Got you there.
So-
I've got you there.
So you've got to, but then you've got to know that people are having scaffold done for a reason. So when we're doing a bridge, and it was about painting the bridge, a large proportion of the money was in the scaffold and was in the access, and was like, oh, how's this going to be done? And we had various different things. Like we built these things called scaff floats. It's a little firm down in Cornwall, and he invented these. Basically, they're like plastic pontoons, and we lock them together with scaffolding. And we had them floating up and down the Thames and all kinds of mad things.
Cool, isn't it?
I look back now and I think, it was quite cool a cool thing to do. But everything's like got its parameters. So for me, it pigeonholed us like as a scaffolding firm. And then the minute that you become like a contracting firm, you can take on a little bit more. That's like how we get into cleaning. So we do like the customer service jobs, and where we're going around and we might be repairing on a new build site, doing some sort of general maintenance or repairs or defect works externally, we always clean the house. So it'll always be cleaning the fascias, the soffits, the windows. Everything gets cleaned, because we found quite early on that people just felt everything was better if it was clean. If like one of you guys turned up
that
in
where
your
you
van,
come in?
it was professional.
No, so well, I think we hadn't done that before I was here.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
No, we was yeah.
or little bits of it, but yeah.
We tried to do little bits of it, but we realised that as soon as you leave a job, like if you sweep up, at the end of the job, it's professional, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
So
Totally
we just put the price of cleaning the job down professionally, properly, like them modular builds that we do. We clean the whole thing, not just the window. All the cladding gets cleaned, because no matter what you do, even if you're not cutting there or flicking cement around or whatever it is,
Sites are just dusty.
yeah, sites are
Yeah.
just dirty.
And
So
just this is complete me being a cleaning nerd, but have you got like a van with a system in to do that, or is it like by hand sort of thing? Because you've got the access.
no, we would just sub it out. So like Kurt's brother's done it.
Yeah.
Pretty
Basically,
much Kurt.
Yeah, my
your
work. A
department,
lot of
innit?
my work went to him.
Right, I
So,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I just
now
got on
you've
the phone
got
to him.
yeah.
Oh, can you-
Cool.
yeah.
So let's take it back to you, Kurt. You started off as a window cleaner.
Yeah.
What? Firstly, how did you end up doing that? And then how did you transition from window cleaning into where you are now?
Right. Okay. So I started from school in financial services, so nothing to do with windows.
It's all been downhill since then.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? On paper, you'd think so. I think it's been, that was the worst. But
Really?
yeah, I had for various reasons. But yeah, I had a few mates that had done window cleaning at
Right.
that time, so I'd thought about moving over because I didn't particularly love it there. But then the company started sort of getting smaller and smaller, and they had a management buyout, and I was like, right, this is the opportunity to go and do sort of what I want to do. So set up my window cleaning round from there. And I think from memory, I rented a couple of little bits for a while, bought like a few jobs, and then just canvassed. the rest
And
of it.
you
So-
were out door knocking yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. So that, and then just like canvassing for like the next day or the next week or whatever it was, and just built it up that way. And then before long, you've got enough sort of to tick over, as you guys will know. And then it's all word of mouth, or if you're in the road cleaning for someone,
Yeah.
just knock 5 doors either way.
And because the viewers, they
I
love
mean,
all this stuff, but
they'll all understand that.
what
anyway.
sort of numbers were you working with? How many customers?
So by the end, I did it for about 8 years. Officially, I think on my spreadsheet there was about 300.
Let's keep going.
Active customers was probably just over 200.
Right.
Like, in reality, because you'd have the ones that would like drop off.
Yeah.
And bits
Fluctuate,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was a mix of domestic and commercial.
Okay.
So I used to do some. I was chatting earlier, weren't we? Some housing association stuff. Just some blocks of flats in Malden. I used to do those.
So you were Essex based?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so at the time I lived in Woodham,
Right.
so it was basically you're relatively central for
Pretty much,
everywhere really. So I'd go up to like, I don't know, Tiptree and places like that, into Southend, out to like Havering and bits as well. I had days out there, but yeah. Then when I moved to Southend, a lot of those places just felt a bit far.
Yeah.
So then that's where I started thinking about either I've got to go again and build up work local to where I am, or get someone else to help us out because I can't do all this on my own, or I need to change. And I think at 8 years, I seem to sort of stay somewhere for 8 years because I think I've done 8 years in financial services, 8 years in the window cleaning,
How long you been with Dan?
3 years.
Okay, you got
So
another
got
5
5
then.
left.
Yeah.
5 years, yeah.
Lovely. And not have to worry too.
So yeah, no, but just chatting to a mutual friend, and he was like, I was saying about maybe looking to get back to financial services, and he said, "Oh, I might know someone that it's worth having a chat with." And then 3 years later, here we are.
So you say it
But
was
you
your
love cleaning though, didn't you?
Yeah.
and your
properly love.
was it brother-in-law?
So no, my brother
Your-
and my brother-in-law, funny enough.
Oh,
but
really?
yeah, that's not
Gonna give him
together,
a
that's
shout
separate.
out.
Everyone's.
Yeah, Jamie's in Wickford. JLH Cleaning, I think he is.
They listen, don't they?
Yeah, one of them does actually. I think Joel listens, so he'd probably have a nice.
What was
I've
his?
seen that,
What one? JLH and what's the other company?
I think he's SJH. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
quite basic.
Drop a comment, lads. We'll,
Who's Mitch then?
I don't know what Mitch has called himself now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's your other brother.
yeah.
They're all
So they're
window
all-
cleaners.
they're all-
aren't
Yeah,
they?
well, so he's a joiner by, yeah,
Yeah, Mitch is
a
incredibly
joiner by
talented. Yeah.
trade. 'Cause he built, this is going well off piece.
Our
but-
world record attempt. We
Yeah.
had a Guinness World Record attempt.
So you tell us
Coffee
about that. Hey, tell us about it now because you brought it up. So
Yeah.
what was
It's only
this?
because it lends itself
Yeah.
out to
Yeah.
it. So his younger brother Mitch was like, "Oh, I'll give up windows. I might go back into the carpentry." Very talented, but like turns up with like an old Japanese pole saw and just hand tools to build stuff.
Right.
So I was like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna." He basically done a couple of days a week of window cleaning, didn't he?
Yeah.
A couple of days of kind of on the tools. Yeah, like wanted to kind of get back into carpentry, and yeah, incredibly talented guy. I was like, build us a giant takeaway coffee cup so we can have a world record attempt.
And that's the one out the front of
Yeah.
401.
Yeah, just dumped there.
Yeah.
Because basically it transpires, it costs a lot of money to have a Guinness World Record.
Does it?
Does it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can't just call them up and say-
well, I did obviously. I was like, I've got the world's
can.
biggest coffee cup, and they was
Just
like,
don't
oh
get very
really?
far.
Fill out this form, pay £9,000. That's just for starters.
Nine
No,
grand.
you're joking, mate.
Yeah, that's for starters, and then we'll look at it. But it turns out basically it's just me and a load of Mexicans that have built things like. Well, I didn't build it; Mitch built it. But you know, we attempted to build a coffee cup.
Mate, that's handmade, that coffee cup?
Yeah. So originally
I thought you toured it.
we was going to call our podcast the Sit and Sip Club,
So
and we was going
actually
to go on
recorded
tour in that.
I like it.
That's
pretty
it is big.
And
it
I
is
wanted
big.
I
It
wanted
is
the
big.
door to like be on gas struts and have dried ice machine. I got it all like all dried ice machine and that going, and like I'd come out and would play some epic music and that was how it all started. But it's
The
very
jingle at the beginning would be tonight, Matthew. I'm going to be.
yeah, well, that's what I thought about all of that at the time.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
So mate, if it's good enough for me, it was good enough for everyone else.
What was that programme? Saturday night?
Stars in their eyes.
Stars in their eyes,
That was it.
Yeah. But then we realised
age of
when you
TV.
get
Good
when you
mental
get three blokes in a giant coffee cup, it's a bit tight.
Yeah, not much.
Let alone four guys, was all rubbing knees
we,
and stuff
we
like that.
would have struggled to get in there. And
Yeah,
record.
it's not as
It's big,
this,
but not that big.
this setup's proper, isn't it? This setup's proper.
Well, whilst we're on the subject of that, tell us about your soapbox race.
Oh yeah, that was another.
Yeah, so I think another like all my dreams are based on things that I've seen as a child. So
You just
Guinness
love the
World
side
Records,
quest, didn't you? It's like,
and I wanted to do the Red Bull soapbox race.
Yeah.
And to get in the Red Bull soapbox race, you've got to present a bit of a far out there. You've got to pitch it as well as pay a bit of money, but you've essentially got to pitch an idea that they've not had before. So they want you to be like, you know, if you were Star Wars, do that or whatever it is. So I pitched them this like giant hard hat and someone inside it and all of that. And they was like, oh, sorry, we're full. So I found the next best thing, which was Billericay.
They
So
did
nice
one
and
there.
local, yeah. And
It's a really good day actually.
and we done it, yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, we was not expecting it to be so professional.
Very well run.
So this is how I come up with these ideas, and I was my ADHD or whatever, and then everything's a bit last minute. I'm rushing around last minute. So on the Saturday before the race on the Sunday, I'm like, we don't have a soapbox for tomorrow at all. We have nothing. So
No, you're joking, didn't you? You left it
No,
last
no,
minute.
it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
paint-
on the school bus, I'll be doing my homework.
The paint
Yeah,
was
that's
still
fine.
wet when it went down the hill.
Yeah, we was painting it that morning. We didn't realise we turned up, and there's people that have spent all year.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
You had engineering.
Well, yeah, you
firms
say it like it's an obvious thing. It ain't obvious to me.
Some of them Red Bull cars and that, they like some.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we thought maybe for Red Bull, but
But
thought
we
for
Oh, I
Billericay
see what you
one.
mean.
we
Yeah.
we sort of joined it as like a wacky race. So
Yeah,
they called
yeah.
it the wacky races, yeah. So then we just made it out of bits out of the skip. And it was just like a giant hard hat. It was a silhouette of a giant hard hat. I wanted to carve it originally out of expanding foam, and I was going to carve it. I watched them people on YouTube that do all them real cool things. I thought, I can do that.
Yeah, totally.
But they take months and months to do. Right, we barely had. We
you
was
had some minutes, yeah.
they walk around and they're doing their checklist and they go, you got brakes? And you go, yeah, I got this lever. And then it fell off in my hand as we was doing it. So I was like, shit, we ain't got no brakes. And everything
We
was a
lost
bit last
steering
minute.
as well,
We lost steering.
Yeah.
And so we put our apprentice in it and just pushed him down the hill.
And just, mate,
And we come last, but everyone was laughing. It was good fun.
We-
The
Right,
thing
yeah.
survived.
Do you know what though?
Yeah.
The second run we shaved, was it 20 seconds or 40 seconds?
Yeah, we were still like a minute
time.
longer than everyone else, weren't we?
Yeah. but-
You've got to go over jumps.
You've
And
got to
it
start
was,
somewhere.
yeah, it's proper. Good day out, but a great like family day out. And we didn't expect it to be that. When we turned up, we thought, oh no, it's professional.
Yeah.
Was there any injuries?
No, I got that.
It's all-
It's all
Yeah.
And is it like Red Bull with a straw?
Yeah, with the straw, yeah.
There's not the jumps like Red Bull, like at the end.
I've got to tell you this. I watched one of them the other day, right? If I find it, I'll send it to you, yeah? And it was, Geezer's got a, you right?
Right, carry on going.
Geezer's got a, he's in the Red Bull, and he's like, right, okay, go. Yeah. And he's in a makeshift car, and he's in a makeshift caravan towing it, but he's going down it in reverse. So he's looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
I've
you
seen
seen
that
it?
one. Yeah.
But it turns out he gets down to the bottom, and I'm sitting.
Someone's in the
caravan facing the right way.
Yeah.
You know how they film stunt scenes in movies?
Is that
Yeah.
right?
They basically take the shell of the car off,
Turn
turn
it.
it
swap-
round,
swap it
so
out.
there's someone driving, like laying on the floor, like in
Oh.
the shell of the car. They're like laying down.
Backwards.
Yeah, I watched they
Oh,
done
how
one
cool.
at Disneyland, like a
Yeah?
stunt show. Yeah.
That's
So
clever,
it
isn't
looks
it?
like they're going. So the actor's going in reverse,
But he's not
actually
even
there's
driving.
Someone in the boot, like laying down,
Clever.
driving. Yeah, on like basically like a PlayStation.
Mate, it's
Very
cool,
smart,
isn't it?
very
it's
smart.
cool.
But it's all them things. Do you not think, when you think of like what Red Bull are, what is Red Bull?
Mate, I think they're a phenomenal company.
Yeah, so
What they've done is incredible.
it's not like who would pay that for a sugar. It's a sugary overpriced drink, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Doesn't even taste that nice. But it's a feeling, isn't it? It's an F1 team. It's soapbox race. You know, it's watching the repeats on us.
Was it 3 or 4 football teams now?
Dude,
And I
They
love
do
all
the
that
X Games
with
as
branding.
well,
I
don't
find
they?
all
the
that.
crazy like
Yeah, that's how it
BMX
all-
and
that was
skateboarding and
Big thing, wasn't it?
Have you seen have you seen the crash helmet they give people, and the people break down in tears when they get presented it? Have you seen this?
No.
If you're tasty at your sport, right? So like I watch skiing videos,
Yeah.
and like you get snowboarders and all the rest of it, and obviously they got their helmet, yeah. They'll keep an eye on someone all year, and they'll present them with the Red Bull helmet
Yeah.
if they're that good.
Yeah.
So like a real proper stuntman, that they'll be like queuing up one day, and like Mr. Red Bull will just turn around like that and give it to him in front of everyone. He's like, "Oh my god, like I've been presented with it," and he gets to wear it, and that's his acknowledgement from Red Bull for being outstanding in his field, effectively.
cool.
But it means so much because I don't know how often they give them away. I think it's maybe one per year, or when they feed it. But like some of the stuff they do is incredible.
They're just a brilliant marketing machine, aren't they? Basically.
Powerhouse, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, it is next year. We are waiting see if we get accepted into the race next year at Ali Pali.
And will you
Red
build
Bull.
your soapbox
And I will-
like, in more than 24 hours advance? Or?
Yeah.
I go 48.
Yeah. No, I will start carving it out of foam.
Yeah, you should start building it now.
It's gonna.
Yeah, but
worst case,
I've
it'll
got-
be used in Billericay.
Yeah. There's just other projects on the go all the time. My head's a mess.
And is it same thing? A big order?
Yeah, but it's got to be a 3D giant hard hat that you can't see out of, so you get that illusion of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, mate. Are you racking your brain to think what we can do?
Yeah, you got that.
a big
Honestly,
bucket and a
we
squeegee
didn't
hanging
think-
out of
It's
it.
a good day, yeah.
Well, we didn't. But you could have like the water coming out of it, bubbles
Yeah.
coming
We
out.
could
of
have
the
an
top,
IBC,
because it's
couldn't we?
about the
Full
show.
display and
So
everything.
then we walk up, right? So me and him, we walk up there, and we got a couple of others with us, lads from work, and they go, "You're going to do the dance." We was like, "What?"
Oh,
We didn't know we had to do a dance.
Yeah.
No way.
And then it
Hang on.
transpired that basically a week before you had to be there to have your soapbox checked and do all your health and safety and stuff, and then you get a briefing the week before.
Oh, you went.
We don't read the paperwork. Who reads small print?
That's not a great thing to say for your type
No.
of business, is it?
I mean, I don't
On
read
the
the
contractual
paperwork.
side of things, we do. We thought this was just a laugh.
Kurt's very good. Yeah.
Give us like an industry insight, something that's like a common misconception, if you can think of one.
Oh, it's difficult. A lot of the misconceptions are true, aren't they?
What's something a lot of people don't know about your trade,
Yeah.
or a thing that a lot of people don't know?
Scaffolding is actually very skilled work, like especially the stuff we end up on.
Yeah.
I think
incredibly
people just think
skilled.
you
You've got to
throw it
put a lot of thought to it. I think people think that you do a stint in prison and then you come out and you become a scaffolder, which was true at a point in time. But it's incredibly.
Did you have to go to prison or?
No, you don't
That's
have
now-
to. You
that's
don't have
now
to go to
optional.
prison anymore. Yeah.
No, yeah.
But nowadays, you really got to put a lot of thought into what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because everyone's eyes are on it.
Did Dan tell you how he put up the portable scaffold tower when we were on your podcast?
Oh, I'm sure you said something about the.
If not, I'm going to
scaffold
get him
tower.
to explain it again.
Go
Tell
on.
everyone how.
So I don't know why I done it, but I
I know why you done it. You couldn't be asked to load the second
No,
platform.
it weren't that. I done a roof scrape on my own, and it was the first time I'm loading my van with a scaffold. It's a Pasma tower,
Yeah.
7.2 metres.
7.2 meters.
So it's not little.
No,
I'm loading the van, and Ryan says to me, "It's not going to go in your van, mate. It's not going to go in your van," because he had a medium wheelbase Transit, but I've got a long wheelbase Vivaro. So I've loaded it, and don't ask me why. I had plenty of room left over, right? But I just left a lot of the stuff there because in my head it still wouldn't have fitted. I don't know why. I mean, I had the room. I sent him a video and everything. So anyway, I turn up, right? I've got no outriggers at all. None of them, right? And I've only got one tower.
One platform.
One platform, sorry. I've got one platform, but it's three stories high, effectively, right? I'm gutter line. I've managed to climb it, holding the
King
platform.
Kong. Like King Kong
The
with Mary. Was it Mary Jane?
The platform.
And he's like,
And then I've put it in there, and I'm on top of it, right? And this thing is literally, it's like I'm stood on a noodle.
Yeah.
It's shaking. The old woman opposite came out and said, "Could you get down? Because you're making me so uneasy when I'm doing my dishes." And I went, "No, I promise you I'll be fine." And it wasn't until I told him, he was like, he's gone back to the yard and went, "You ain't up the tower, are you?" He went, "Because there's all the outriggers are here and the platform's here." And I went, "Yeah, mate, I'm on it as we speak."
Oh man.
It was shocking, mate. It was terrible.
I'll tell that story to the day we
No,
die.
it was, yeah. And then, like, to this day, I don't know why I've done it.
Well, you had a lucky escape. Have you seen them videos online where people just collapse, they fold in half and fall on roads and that?
Unbelievable. But
Access. A lot of people still miss that, and they still miss the cost
Yeah.
of putting things up like for access because it's all temporary. No one wants to know.
I think that's the biggest frustration.
Yeah.
That, like no one wants to pay for temporary work.
Well, it's like the safety aspects of it as well.
Yeah.
I think people go, "Oh, I can save a bit of money here."
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, why have I got to spend 600 grand putting...
It's changed. I think it's changed. I think there's people out there that are doing things for the industry. If you just took scaffolding, like there's that Stellar Scaffolding on YouTube, getting massive on YouTube. Guy Joe Carr, really good guy. He's really changed like the views and opinions of how people view it.
But then I think the same with any industry. You're going to have companies like you that do the job properly, and then you've got less professional companies that will come and
you're
stick
always
up.
going to have that.
Yeah.
Did you point at Dan when you said less professional? No. Like, less professional. Like,
I
he's
know
gonna just
where
put
I
his
fit in that
tower on, man.
conversation. I know, don't worry.
No, I just mean like
you do it properly.
You've got some people that will just
Yeah, there's always going to be that.
They don't follow the rules.
There's
and will
always
do
gonna
it
be that.
for, you know.
And it's
we've got
horses
a
for
couple
courses.
hundred
Like the types of jobs we're working on, you just can't be like that.
No, but yeah, you've almost broken out of.
It
that.
comes.
I can't imagine you get that as a kickback very often.
It comes with its own. Yeah, you've got to maintain them standards, and you've got to. There's always that preliminary cost before you do anything.
Yeah, I can imagine your customers are wanting you to bring that up actively.
Oh yeah,
They're sort of like, right, we need a company that's who knows.
yeah.
You know, this is these are the boxes.
They
we
expect
need
to pay.
tick.
So so one of the problems is when you get to our sort of size, is how you grow to the next like turnover milestone. So we wanted to be like 10 plus million. We was thinking, right, get to 10 plus million, and we would be all right. I don't know why. Like I made this up in my head, this figure, because it's not always like turnover's vanity.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, right, we get nice and big. We have the right management team in place, and then we can sell it. But there's a lot of constraints that we find. So with tendering like public tenders, you can only do certain size jobs. So if you wasn't turning over the money, like we can't really go for bigger jobs than that £2 million job would be the biggest job we'd be able to do as a one contract value, but that'd be split over 2 financial years for us.
Right.
Because a lot of the time you've got to do like 1.5 or 2 times like your total turnover. You can't have a project of that size. Like you can't, the government won't give it to you.
Oh, really?
Why
Or
is that?
the institution? Just for security, so for your own
Safety
cash flow.
aspect.
They want to know.
You can fund it
company's
if
gonna do it.
something goes wrong. Yeah.
But then it really stumps your growth because then you'll go, I could do that £5 million job. I could do that £5 million job. It's over 3 years, say, so it'd be a scheme. But at a point in time, like we really couldn't touch them.
You almost have to
So we were
have.
stuck in like
You also need to double your staff in preparation.
Yeah.
for something,
And then you
don't
almost have to take on some jobs like that maybe you wouldn't normally do to kind of just feed the beast.
Yeah.
A bit. It's not the.
What was the first tender you had then? Like,
Great question.
what would have been the first tender? Can you remember? And what was you doing before that? Because I should imagine it was just
So I done
residential.
no. So when I set up Core 4, it was always just commercial.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was just to be commercial, and it was just to work for commercial clients. It was like an Essex Highways contract, and I just asked them for a job. I just said, I know that I could do a really good job on your projects. For
You're on your own then?
Yeah, it was just me.
Yeah.
It was like lockdown, and I was just having a go. And then I got someone else involved, and then it went from there. And I just thought, right, we go around and we'll just tell them that we can do it better than what they've had elsewhere. We'll give them little incentives, and we give them kind of cash back and discount, like incentives off the invoices.
So
we'd say,
give
we'll
us some
give you.
examples of that.
So
I
we'd
think that's
say
quite good
we
for-
give you 2% off. Yeah, it don't sound like a lot.
No.
We do your job. We'd give you 2% off, and we'll throw in weekly inspections, which is a thing. It's a bit like a subscription based
Right.
model. We give you 9 free inspections if you go with us rather than someone else. And then that sort of snowballed. That got some traction because then we just done a good job. But you are only as good as your last job on them things. So then as soon as we was doing that, just got into some portals, and that's it. But the stumbling point at portals, like if you went for a cleaning contract with the NHS, they'd say, okay, it's massive, our hospital's massive, we got Southend, Broomfield and Basildon, we want you to clean them all. And then you can only really go, it would be the likes of the Mighties and the Vincies and the facilities managers that would be taking
all
that.
the windows at those 3 hospitals.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, it was like someone that was tendering for
Yeah.
a much bigger job.
Yeah, but
they were
that's the problem.
outsourcing
They
windows.
almost
Lot of windows.
package them jobs up, like, and they make them so big, so they've got to go to these like national firms or these international firms.
Yeah.
Unfair.
I
innit?
think is a little bit unfair.
It's
Yeah,
totally
I don't
unfair.
think they get the same level
But-
of service as well because
No,
how
no
many
way.
people get past, like you're not getting it past from whoever's won the tender. They've gone, right, we want you to deal with
yeah.
this
a lot of the
bit,
time-
and then that gets passed down again and then
So
again.
so we will have jobs now where people know that we're good at doing what we're doing, but if we're not on the framework, we'll get the job through a contractor to us. But the client or the CA, the contract administrator, will say, yeah, you got to get Dan, you got to get Core 4 involved on this one.
Okay.
That's good, isn't it? You built that rapport with them.
It is good, but then it annoys you when you go, oh, why is this French firm getting all the money?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're in a threesome all the time,
Yeah. It's
and
just-
you're doing
yeah.
all the work. But it's kind of when you get your head around it and you go, that is just how it works.
And I guess that's what you've got to do.
You've
to
just
build
got
up
to, yeah,
to
you
the
just got to
point
play
where
the
you
game.
can
Yeah,
be the French company that's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
all the money.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want to be that big.
No.
If I'm honest.
No,
No.
they're massive.
When I started throwing that 10 million that I threw around, I thought within 10 years, 10 million, and I'd done it because I'm very simple. Like, it was like 10 years, 10 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not simple. That's beautiful.
No, but you don't. But I didn't really put too much thought into it.
Just put
because
round numbers.
because it's like what it means, and then like as soon as like you start smashing big turnovers, then you get the turnover taxes put on you by the government.
What's that? Is that a different set? of
Like
taxes?
just
no, it's
just
VAT, national insurance.
yeah,
all of
just
that,
big
yeah.
business. It was like the point of when we done like over 800 grand, and then it was all of a sudden we was paying the VAT on the invoices that we raised. Yeah, and then at the
Is
same
that
point,
before you got paid on it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Why
at
is
the
that
point,
logical.
so, well, this is it. It's kind of not, but it's how big
It's
business
just how
works.
it is.
It's
Because
true,
then
you want your turnover high to win the next job, right?
yeah, because then you claim the VAT back. Then Curt's better at all this than me, but I'll try and explain it. Then you claim the VAT back on what you buy instantly as well.
Yeah.
So it's on the invoice opposed to on the when you physically got the money and then when you.
I think you can do it either way though, can't you? It's just a
Yeah.
personal
No,
preference.
well,
what
no,
works
you
best.
can't when you get over 800.
Oh, really?
It changes, yeah.
Interesting.
So that was like
We'll have
you
to
know,
keep an eye on that one, big
you
man.
get
Crikey.
you get forced to do it a certain way, and then what they done to us after a little while is when we subcontract. So when we're in the 3 of us, and we've got the contract administrator, we've got the main contractor, and we've got the us that's actually doing the job. we'll get the VAT reversed on our invoices. So we don't see the VAT, we just see it on a spreadsheet.
So it's almost like paid in advance by...
No,
But
so it gets
not
paid
paid to
once
us.
by the client.
Oh, right.
So it gets paid by the client to the main contractor, then they don't pay it to us. We just all offset it monthly. We do our returns monthly.
Right.
But
But
at
of
the
course,
point...
our materials and everything we're paying for, we pay the VAT on and get it back at a later date.
So do you get
It puts
a
you-
rebate?
Yeah.
A lot.
We get
Yeah,
rebates every
essentially.
month, but
Oh.
it puts you 20% down on your cash.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
No,
So you do 250 grand a month, you're 40, 50 grand
Is
in the hole.
that only over 800k doing that on the monthly?
No,
for small
the
businesses?
VAT reversal is if we sub the job to you, if you was in construction, you're technically not, are you?
No, it's
It's a
construction
construction thing,
It's
isn't it? I've
construction
been
thing.
asked about it a couple of
Yeah.
times, but yeah, it doesn't.
So
apply
technically,
to our
like if
industry.
we kind of went, if we done a longer term project with you, they would try to implement it
Yeah.
because they try and say, well, it's a construction
I remember I
service.
definitely got asked about it once.
Yeah.
I was just like, no.
Yeah, it's a tricky.
count me out of that.
It's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing to juggle because then
Yeah.
you're juggling like a black hole.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing like solely construction industry
Yeah.
work, it's like everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
in the same boat.
But
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
like if you opened another branch to your business, would that really
Yeah.
just become a nightmare?
And the thing that I think people don't realise about, like even government portals, so the government will go to someone to run their portal, which would be a third party, like a limited company. They'll be running the portal maybe across the country, say for the NHS. They'll take 3% of your job. They'll
Before
invoice.
they've paid you.
No, they'll invoice you for 3%. So you'll be working then directly for the trust, for whatever NHS trust it is. The NHS trust will pay you. You will get an invoice off this portal. Some of them can be 5%, but it can be quite sporty.
Yeah.
For when you think of what they're
The
doing
size
for
of the
it.
jobs as
Oh,
well.
yeah, they're not really, but everything goes through these portals. And how that originally worked is I watched that film War Dogs. Seen that film?
Mate, what a film!
Right.
The two young kids in it.
Mate, you go on these portals,
Beautiful.
it's like that.
What a film!
I could get ammo and sell it to the military.
Really?
But
Is that
I
what-
can't because
no,
I can't get the ammo.
No, I mean, like, is that what it's like? You can bid on it?
Yeah. I said to Curt probably about 18 months ago, the pallet one.
Dude, you seen this film?
Yeah.
They wanted like 30,000 pallets, 30,000 euro pallets. It was like best price you put in.
I've got 4 in my driveway.
Yeah. Well,
I'll chip in.
That's it. But you get like 30,000 pallets. You get 6 weeks to deliver. How much? Bang. You can bid on things like that.
Yeah, but surely they check you out, no?
Yeah, they do.
to get on
but
the
a bit-
framework initially.
yeah, to get on the framework, but then you're paying essentially like 3% to a third party just to say you're all right. So if you're saying you can deliver, like with that one, and they were relabeling the ammo, weren't they, in that film? I wouldn't do anything to that extreme.
Why not, mate? They made a killing.
But they,
I'll be all over that.
They did. Well, no, they couldn't make a killing. That was the thing, wasn't it? They couldn't use that ammo, could they? Good film though.
Incredible film. I didn't even realise they were. I mean,
So
it makes sense,
anything
doesn't it?
anything like that, you can just and it will be weird stuff on there. And there's always, but
It's like the dark web for
Curt
construction.
drags me in. He goes, "Oh yeah, just stick to the construction, like the ones that we know." Because you can basically go through.
You're
them,
like, this bloke wants
you
10,000 oak
you
trees.
can-
Right, let's see if we can
you
do
can
it.
click a button. I'm like, surely we can make a fighter jet, can't we? But there's all of them are on there, and obviously they go, to the BAE systems or whoever it is will win all those tenders. But they have to, because a lot of these jobs are over like 70, 80 grand. They have to public procure them. So anyone can.
So
bid.
we do follow suit with the Americans then, don't we? Because they made it public, didn't they?
It's like that film, but it's not as.
Yeah. It's not as painfully obvious.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I get it. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's interesting,
It's
though,
like
isn't
I
it?
need 100 million boxes of small round pieces of metal.
Question for both of you. But Curt, is there any skills that you learned when you was cleaning that you dragged over to your industry now?
I think
Certainly not keeping your desk clean.
no, it's clean. It's not tidy.
Oh, it's clean. It's not tidy.
yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
I think from running your own business, like, and understanding that you've just got to crack on. Like, there's days where you're not up for it, and you just
Yeah.
got to get on with it, and and I suppose business in general is like that, though, isn't it? Like, the fundamentals don't change. Like you've
Yeah,
got
I'm
to
like 4 years in where I don't want to do it now. Like, wait, does it change? Does it get any different?
Well, it's all right in the summer, isn't it?
That depends.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Depends on how many times the staff call me.
But essentially, you've got to bring in more than you spend.
Yeah.
And
Shit, that's where I'm going wrong.
no, but like, that is the truth of the matter, isn't it? Like, so I think not necessarily from cleaning itself, but from the mechanics
Yeah.
behind
being self-employed and that.
Yeah.
You get it.
But-
you couldn't advertise your job.
No.
No, I think that's. I
You
think
sort of
weird.
become,
It's weird.
you
Yeah.
become everything, don't you? Like
Yeah.
when you're self-employed.
And
Like,
you get
would you
this
work
weird,
for years
like,
before
I
a
think
job,
you
so-
get this weird self-motivation.
Yeah. Which
Like-
is not natural
No,
for me either.
it's not
So
natural. I don't
quite
think it's
hard.
natural for anyone. It's
Yeah.
just something that
Yeah.
over time you forget that you don't have to not do stuff. Like it's like
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, shit, I've got to do all this stuff, and I'm like, well, actually, no, I don't. Like in reality,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one's going to tell me off if I don't do
Yeah.
it. But it needs doing,
Yeah, yeah.
and you just like you start telling yourself,
So I think, yeah, I would say if you've been self-employed and you take that mindset of like you care about your business, like and what you do, if you can take that then into if you're working for someone, that is a positive. That's
Yeah.
only going to bring like good things all round.
absolutely.
So that's probably
That's a good
Yeah,
shout.
overall.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Let's talk wins and failures. Give us your biggest win, biggest failure.
I think Duxford was a good one. That was a bit of a punt.
Oh mate, that was a punt. So we get a phone call. Are we allowed to say? Yeah,
I think
we're allowed to say
we can
this.
say about it.
They just went.
No one.
We got
listens to
some.
this
We
podcast,
got.
you're right.
We got some money to spend. So we're at Duxford Airfield. You know the
Yeah,
War Museum. Yeah.
my dad loves it there.
Got some money to spend. And we need to spend it before the end of the month. So yeah, sweet. We'll come to it. So they've called us in. Essentially, they didn't want to spend no money with access.
No.
They wanted to resurface the runway and resurface all the loads
the
that
car park,
basically kind of roll into the runway. And we just said, yeah, we'll do it. And it was about 100 grand at the time. And we got a week into the job. We'd done all the work. And then he had about a pot of another 400 grand that he wanted to spend. So he just kept going and going and going. And we was like, it was a mad job because it was big.
Dan, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Did you say you've re-tarmacked the runway
Yeah.
for 100 grand?
No.
Mate, I thought
Not
you were
the
so light.
Nah.
Yeah?
So it was like associated works on the runway. So basically there's this overbanding product that we was putting on. We like hot jointing this runway.
Oh,
And he
so it's
basically
not,
went.
oh, sorry, pardon
So
me.
we done that, and then we done some resurfacing works on the road. So we planed out the whole road, like traditional resurfacing.
Yeah.
Planed out the whole road because they had a visit. Some sort of famous person was visiting. They wanted it all to look nice, and they dropped about £500,000 with us within the space of a couple of weeks. It was all nights, wasn't it? And we was like, we thought about it day one. We couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford to do it. It was like, how are we going to make this work? So we ended up doing a JV, like a joint venture with a surfacing contractor on it, and just doing it open book. We made a little bit less than we should have made, but that was really the only way that we could make it happen.
Yeah.
We got to the end of it, and everyone was happy, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think from why that was a win was the amount of variations, like and how the contract grew and grew and grew was just mad, and also like the speed at which we had to deliver it, and it all got done.
You like,
And
learn things about yourselves. At that
Yeah, and I
point
was
as
ringing
well.
up. I was having to like ring the insurers and say, "Oh, I know we haven't got airside, but there's a few millionaires that own some Spitfires, and they want to fly over us because they're refusing to not fly when the weather's nice." He said, "Well, what? Just close the runway down." I said, "No, we can close part of it down, but they want to take the Spitfires off." And we got videos of them literally like 30 foot above our head. Just these guys were
Minted
just
old
like,
boys.
yeah,
Won't take no for an answer.
We're just like, no, well, it's like some club. So they all come down there and they take their Spitfires out for a spin. And they weren't having, well, you might have to do repairs, but just do them around us. And that was it was a real learning curve all round.
Yeah.
I was quite proud of it by the end of it. And it was all over too quick.
Yeah,
which got to the end of it,
It sounds like
and
a
it was
riot.
it was a weird one.
Yeah, I think that was because you're going into it thinking, oh, this could be a nightmare. And at times during it felt like it was going to be. But how it all panned out and how it went was like, no, this is
Yeah.
right.
So on jobs like that, right? So it started off as 100 quid and it ended up being $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do they front any of that money
No.
to you? You've got to supply everything. And then what's the what's the turnaround time on the invoice?
60 days,
Mate, that's
essentially.
outrageous,
30,
isn't
Can you
it?
get
30 days, month end.
finance, like invoice finance for that
we
sort of thing?
we could,
Construction is a bit of a nightmare
Really?
for that on the percentages you get.
yeah, we could, we didn't, so that's why we JV'd it. So we said, we've got some money, you've got some money, and then we was getting phone calls like we'd be doing this throughout the night, and then like Tarmacs would ring up and they'd say, "You're over your limit. We need 50 grand off you today." We go, "Fuck, did we use that much gear last night?" and we was doing that, and they'd go, "Well, we can't come tonight unless you pay."
Oh, mate, unbelievable.
And we was like, "Oh, but
Mate, you can see now our companies go under, can't you?
oh, mate, it's when you get into the world, some of the biggest firms in the world are like them aggregate firms." And that, like, you'll see them all the time, but you don't really get the size of their operations, like what they mine and what they're moving. They've got their own trains, they've got their own networks.
What's the
everything.
big one in the UK makes plaster?
Lafarge, like
Hanson's.
Tarmacs, yeah, Hanson's. Well,
Who
Hanson,
makes
Heidelberg.
multi-finish?
Oh,
Fissel. Is it Fissel makes multi-finish? Or am I miles away?
Uh,
Let's consult.
it might be it might be a German like company now, yeah.
Yeah, Heidelberg and Hanson's now, don't they?
Fissel. British Gypsum.
Oh,
Companies like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when they're mining, and then you get
Mate, it's
into
a tenner a
that.
bag now.
Oh yes, fortune, yeah,
Didn't know it was that, do you?
yeah.
Sorry, mate.
What, you remember it when it was £4?
No, I remember it was,
You
yeah,
ain't-
it was about,
Yeah.
about a fiver, £6.
That was COVID that done that. Pushed the price of everything.
Remember when
up, didn't
everyone was selling them as well for a score?
it? Yeah, it was like that. That went mad, and then Prime's shortly after, wasn't it?
Yeah, we was talking about prime
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
weren't we? We was talking about prime.
The fortunes
You had a-
people
you had
used to pay for
a
things. Yeah.
blinding idea.
Go on.
You mentioned the
Oh,
coffee.
the prime idea.
Drop the coffee shop and then mention the prime deal you had.
Oh yeah, people used to come to the coffee shop to.
You had a coffee shop.
Yeah, the bus. You must
Yeah,
remember the
yeah.
bus, yeah. And we used to just sell Prime at a normal price, but you had to buy coffee.
Right.
And we'd turn up to work at like 6:30, and there'd just be a queue around the corner.
Really?
It was crazy.
Mate, how clever is that?
The money's in
couldn't-
the coffee, right?
The money was in the coffee, but
Yeah.
we'd done it as a side.
Yeah, because at the time people were selling prime for like 20 quid a bottle. weren't they,
yeah.
and stuff, so
It
it
was,
was like, we can't.
yeah.
Where
the
were
pro-
you getting
yeah,
it
but-
from? Is it not difficult to get hold of, and that's why it
Yeah,
was being
yeah,
sold?
it was incredibly difficult to get
Yeah.
hold of. Yeah, yeah. We was like, my missus was going to like different places throughout the day, queuing up, just so we had
Wholesalers.
40, 50 bottles
Yeah.
in the morning, and she'd spend a whole day going around getting it. But all of them things, I've done. My entrepreneurial brain pulls me about sometimes, so I dip into other businesses.
Yeah.
So I like doing that.
Because
Kurt's
I cleaned
good
the
at
ice
being
rink for
focused.
you, didn't I?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ice rink video didn't do very well on YouTube.
Did it not do very well?
You know what it is?
How many people have cleaned an ice rink?
I
Come on.
think I think it's just summer and everyone's outside, and I think when
Might
it gets
pick
to
up.
winter, it will
Yeah.
go. I hope it will. I'll
Did you
delete
skate on it in the end?
No, I'll delete it and re-upload it though if I don't do that. But
Yeah,
you
that was-
you had an ice rink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do the Santa Claus experience
Yeah.
and everything like that.
You're doing that
That's-
again this year?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're
as a-
local to Essex, pop
as a
down.
seasonal business, I do believe we have the best Santa Claus in town.
Why?
His name's St Nick.
No, he's just a good Santa Claus.
Oh, really?
He believes he's Santa, yeah, and it rubs off on the children.
Don't smell like coffee
He
and
rubs
fags.
off on the children. That ain't good. Fucking hell.
Mate, that was like the one I used to go to.
No, he's not like that bad. Who's that bloke that played
Glad
Bad
that's just a
Santa?
Dan project.
Oh,
was that
Jack
guy?
Nicholson, wasn't it?
No,
Oh, Bad Santa was a film, wasn't it?
Billy
I don't know.
Billy
his name.
Bob Thornton.
He
I
looked
know
rough
the
though,
film.
didn't he?
I know the film.
Yeah,
He's a
no, he's
wino.
not like that.
No, yeah.
He's jolly and he got a big beard.
Yeah.
Right, next question, mindset and habits. So what sort of routines, like what sort of like productivity hacks have you boys kind of worked out over the years to kind of keep you boys running efficient?
It's
Nicotine and
difficult.
caffeine.
It's difficult.
Coffee.
No, we do like coffee. Yeah, but we like coffee. Realise that wasn't that profitable. You've got to sell a lot of coffees to make as much as you can make in our game. So that's why we don't do that anymore.
Probably insurance is probably a little bit easier to get though.
Yeah, yeah. habit. I'm terrible at good habits.
Go on, give us 5 then. Give us a few good habits you got.
I think he's saying he ain't got any good
No,
habits.
I'm terrible.
Oh, that's his bad. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you meant all you
I'm-
had was good habits.
No. I'm terrible. I'm bad at it. Like my brain flits about. I'll go into other things. I'll half do something. That's me. Like if I was at school now, I would be that kid like wearing the ear defenders. Like that would be labelled with everything. But when I was at school, it wasn't a thing. So I'm terrible at like I just dart around. My brain darts around. I'll be plastering that wall. Then I think
Why don't we start painting over here?
I'll be doing something even crazier.
I think just writing everything down. I know it's basic, but I have to try and keep up
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, you're more effective.
Yeah,
Just-
I think that's a great one.
I know it's simple, but
Like ideas you got, or like tasks you need to do? Or...
Just everything.
well, for me, I'm more. Dan's the ideas, as you probably guessed, and I'm tasked with trying to help make it happen.
Working out if they're good or not.
So I'm terrible at delivery.
I wait to see how often they come up, and if the same idea comes up a few times, then
Yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you can
Well,
roll
I
it.
am-
I am just like an ideas man, and you're in delivery, and we renamed everyone.
implementation.
Yeah, but it's basically means delivery, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So we gave everyone had these titles on LinkedIn, and it was like, oh, I do bookkeeping, I do this, I do that. I was like, everyone is just in implementation now. And they was like, well, what does that mean? I was like, well, everyone's just a doer. We're just implementing the like what we've set out to do. So I didn't like the fact that everyone had a role that was a bit different. I mean, it hasn't really done anything for us on LinkedIn.
I
but
think that is a good productivity hack. Because you could argue that if you're a bookkeeper and you're labelled as a bookkeeper,
You're just
and then
there
something
doing
comes up and they go, oh, it's not my job.
yeah.
Whereas if everyone's in implementation, it's like you're a
I think
team.
it's good for the early days, but when you start getting big, people need to start doing their own role.
I think the things that we find, as soon as when you start running teams over 10, 12 people, when you're a small business, it's just a few. Yeah, everyone feels like they own a bit of it. Everyone feels like they've got a sort of pull with you, or because you're there, you're talking to them every day. The bits where we struggle is when we're really busy. I'm not about because I'm doing some higher level stuff, and Curt will be doing some higher level stuff, and then they'll be dealing with. They won't see us on a daily basis. That is a real struggle to make that leap in it. They struggle with it. Clients struggle with it. Every now and again, clients like it when I just check in with them. Strange.
Yeah, but you're the face, aren't you?
Yeah, you're the face, but also they can't accept that it's because ultimately we're building Core 4 to sell it, and that's always been the goal. And they need to be buying the management team. They can't buy me. I'm not for sale.
I know what you mean.
So
It's a bit like, I think, when you know if you take someone on with your window work, and you'll get certain customers that
yeah,
just
like it done
don't
your way.
like the fact that you've got someone
I've
else.
had a
so-
couple of people complain,
Right,
and
yeah,
then I've
yeah.
gone round, like, so I'll personally come and sort them out for you, and I'm like, I can't work out what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because it's not you.
Yeah.
And
I had that. when
I'm
I
half
started.
I'm
It
half
was
tempted
like,
to just
yeah.
not re-clean the windows and just tell them I've done it, and
Yeah.
just see what happens when
Yeah.
they come home
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
if they're like brilliant, so much better,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Just to test the theory.
It is, but no one will ever sell as well as you
No.
for your business, and no one will ever seemably do it as well. Like I will still go and sweep up on site and do things on site and all of that. Not because I've got to, because I like to.
Yeah.
It's
I
your
like to
baby,
just-
innit? And that's why you're here today.
Yeah.
Because of that. Yeah.
The advice that we got once was if you've got somebody who can do it, I can't remember the percentage, was it 80 or 90%? Depended on the
80%,
person,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah.
If you've got someone who can do it 80% as well as you, it doesn't matter about that 20%.
No.
It means you've not got to do it. And just make peace with the fact it's only 80% as good as.
Do you know what? That is
What
a
you would do.
phenomenal outlook.
Well, I had this conversation. A friend of
That is
mine called me
incredible.
last night, and he said he's just bought a second van. He doesn't do window cleaning. He does like the bigger ticket stuff, roofs.
Yeah.
So it's a little less, it's a little harder to fill a diary, right? So he's bought a second van. He's had this bloke with him for a few months, and he's just started going out and doing. They've been doing like 2 jobs, one each day. Bigger jobs will go together. You know, he's getting to that point. And the bloke's been caught driving his missus' car with no insurance, and they've banned him from driving for 6 months. So he's called me up and he said, like, what would you do? And I said, you're saying he's a good worker, he does the job well, he's good with the customers, he's everything you want, but he's giving you a bit of a sticky situation, I'd give him the 6 months because it's incredibly hard to find. Because he can still go to work with him, they can still go to work together.
Can his
So
missus
just
drive him?
his missus don't drive.
Ah.
Oh.
See, well, I don't know why she had a car, but she said she don't drive anymore. But it's
Yeah.
that same
When you've
thing.
got
If
someone-
you found someone who fits
Yeah.
multiple of the boxes, I think you do need to hold on to him. And like my staff member dislocated his shoulder. He was out 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Still paid him.
It's how you look after him. It's what you got to do.
And he's come back now, and I think he's much more of a team player now. Definitely moans
Yeah.
less, marginally.
As soon as you get more people, you've got to look at doing other things. Like we do things like we do breakfasts. We let them choose the social value thing that we got to do.
Mm.
They don't always get it. So we go, oh, we've got £1,000. You got to do 1,000. What are you going to do with this £1,000? A lot of them will go, knee jerk will be like, oh, we're just going to spend it in the pub. I know you got to do something.
That's social, isn't it?
yeah, because who understands social value?
Is that a legal thing for the industry?
It
or
will
is
be.
just
It will.
A lot of clients.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, we're building here, so we should give something to that school over there.
right.
We're doing this here, like, you know,
This,
we're paving over the
um,
countryside here, so we're going to offset it by putting a grass roof
trees, yeah.
or a bench over here. Yeah,
Right.
it's strange,
Yeah.
but we have to prove our social value with everything that we do.
No, it seems,
So like we'll give benches to a local hospice or something like that,
yeah.
and then don't shout about it, just do it.
Yeah. Put it
You
in.
don't shout about it.
Nah,
So you just do it and don't even publicise
social
it.
value is weird. It's like you're not allowed to shout about it, but you got to do it.
But how
So
do
on
you
every-
tell people
on
about
every-
it?
There might be like a LinkedIn post. but
Right.
You're not.
On every
It's not like
You won't
you're
do a whole
smashing the life
video
out of it.
like
Yeah, I get you.
on every Royal Mail job we do, we'll go into somewhere and we'll do £250 in the local community.
When you do that one, you can bring it over here. And,
There you go. So we'll be like, how can we affect something? So if there's a local school, give them a planter or something like that. Or go in and
Cool,
do
they got a bum deal,
Go
didn't
in
they?
and
Shop
do-
for 2.5 and they got an old
go in
geranium.
and, go in and do something for them.
Do you know what though? I really like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. It does, but as long as it's not like, I think there's ways of doing it in there.
Yeah.
There's right ways and wrong ways of
Yeah,
doing it.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So
But we try to include the lads and the girls in it and say, right, what would you want to do?
how important do you think that is to building the team?
I think that's all you have in if getting them involved. Like, so we asked all the 18-year-olds in the business yesterday, funnily enough, what is most important to them. Because the older team members, a lot of them will be on more of a performance-related pay. The younger ones were moaning, and they said all they care about is money. So we've done like a little poll on them. But we said, how can all you care about is money? You've only just left school or college. So how can it be money that it's all you care about? Because we're going, oh, when we was younger, we wanted to learn, we wanted to do this. And they're going, oh, but you're ancient, you know, and that's how they view us. And I don't think I was the same, but... and what were the interesting things they come up with? Well, we know they can't really have an argument.
Yeah. It was
But-
all literally
But we said
earning as much.
earning as much money as they can
No thought about
for themselves. Because we said, right, so we got like someone coming in to do massages and they do your therapy and they'll crack your back and all of that, like a sports therapist, yeah? We pay for all of that. And they're like, oh, I'd just rather have an extra 20 quid.
that's crazy.
In my pay
I'd turn
packet.
up to massage.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, but
as
I
you
think-
get, I think
yeah,
as you get older,
age thing, innit?
I think as you get older, then you appreciate
It's
what
a
a company
wisdom
does,
thing,
and
I
then we
think.
go out.
Yeah.
We take
Yeah.
them like go karting. We go on days out. When we go to awards dues, we're like names in a hat. We take one of them to an awards, and one of us would go and we take someone else.
They're all 18 as well. They feel amazing at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. As soon as
Give them 5 years of
another
hard
few
graft
years,
and they'll
yeah.
take the massage.
Yeah, but it's all of them things that I'm thinking that like they don't cost a fortune. So I try and bring it in to be like just to
like
make
a
us a bit
culture
better
thing.
because we
Yeah.
can only really pay what the industry's paying.
Yeah.
Like,
We sort of touched on this yesterday so I said, like, there's a lot of days I'll go and meet Elliot, my staff member, and Dan's saying, like, well, do you need to meet him every day? And I'm like, it's more like just letting him know that I'm there.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, if he feels like he's on his own,
Things
like,
slip.
he might go off on his own or he'll start. Like, he laid in today by accident. He didn't get up for work on time. He
Yeah.
said his brother woke him up at 8:55. He was out the door by 9. he called me, he was apologising. And I said, look, it happens.
Yeah, that happens.
I went and met him. I picked up a couple of his jobs to make his day a little bit easier. And I think that'll go a long way.
Yeah, that will go a long way. That's a good thing to do, mate.
But instead of going, well, you're just going to have to work an hour later now because you started an hour later.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Which I think would go the opposite direction.
It's hard. Staff are the hardest thing.
Yeah, and I don't think that's like a crazy bad thing to happen. Like I like the fact that he woke up and was like out the door in 5 minutes
straight away.
instead of
Let
calling
you
me
know
up
straight
going, "Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah,
I've
I'm still going to
overslept."
be an hour now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and he made an effort, but I think that's all from the culture. Like, if he feels unappreciated, he's not going to.
Yeah, the fact you've done what you've
Appreciate
done
me.
while he was
Yeah,
couldn't work and all of that.
yeah. I think it's important.
I think that's a very good point because I remember when I was many moons ago, when I was 17, I was employed for a fella and I didn't really like him that much, and that it wasn't really it didn't
Name
really
him.
work. No, he's a nice enough fella, but we just didn't really get
okay.
on, and it does make sense really, because obviously I don't know, maybe I had a lot to prove when I was young and whatnot, but maybe he just took me on at the wrong time. And towards the end, if I woke up late, I'd still have my morning.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
still-
but it's
I'd-
because he's not appreciating
Yeah,
you. It's like,
so yeah, and I'd be like, I'm late, mate. Like,
Yeah.
I'm late now. I'm gonna be late in an hour. I'm gonna be late. Like that was my logic. Do you know what I mean?
it does make sense to be fair.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was doing. Like I didn't do it on purpose. But if I woke up late, I'm not rushing. It's like, mate, you're not making me sweat in the morning. Like I'll sweat when I get to work, but I ain't sweating now. But it's funny because then you get a good employer,
Yeah,
and
you want to do more for him.
and you
Like-
feel gutted that
Yeah,
you're late.
if
and
you're
then you
getting
go,
all these little perks.
So what we
and stuff.
find though is youngsters don't appreciate it, but the older guys appreciate it because they will say this is the best firm they've ever worked at
yeah,
because they've worked for the dogs of the industry.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the experience.
But the younger
thing, though,
people
isn't it?
won't
Yeah.
get it. They'll just be like, what do you mean? Like, so what you buy a few
They will
bats
get
and
it.
you-
But unfortunately, it'll be too late.
It'd be
Yeah.
too late,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because we like our whole industry's dying when it comes to attracting young people.
What's
So,
scaffolding?
so we can't just the
construction
whole
in general.
construction in general is a nightmare. Yeah, you can't.
Why
Why
do you
you
think
can't
that
really
is?
retain people?
Horrible, mate. Construction's horrible.
Is it
Horrible.
just
It's either too
work
hot,
ethic?
it's either too hot, too cold, and it's hard work, isn't it? But I think also a lot of it is all the cards, all the qualifications that you bring in. You're asking people that didn't really like school to do all these cards and qualifications just so they can go and do a day's work when they could do like work at domestic.
Yeah, you'll get ones going to work on residential bits
Mm.
because you don't need all the tickets, you don't need all that side of it. Where we're looking at
How many sort of what they call tickets, qualifications?
Yeah, you need like
CPD stuff,
essentially
how
you
much is
need
there?
you need
trade specifics.
you need a
SCS.
trade specific, yes. You're talking like 2 to 3 years to do something
Really?
like in a trade.
And that would be on top
Otherwise,
of like their college or whatever that they've just been
That'll
to.
be part of it if they're
Right,
at college for specific
so they have to do an MVQ.
sort of things. Yeah.
right. So that's what when someone goes to like a college, they do 3 days at college, 2
Yeah,
days
yeah.
on the tools.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting. They come out of there. Is there
Yep.
anything they've got to do after that?
Just
work in your
continuously train. So you'll have like management qualifications, SSSTS, SMSTS.
They'll have refreshers then on those bits every 5 years.
Every 5 years, your basic level of health and safety. Once you've got your MVQ, you got it.
Right.
But they're bringing in new stuff all the time. So it's like, okay, the labourer used to dig the hole, but the labourer can't dig the hole now. It has to be a ground worker to dig the hole.
And they need a
And
MVQ
the late,
in groundwork.
yeah,
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
MVQ
Oh,
in groundwork,
fucking
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, but then it depends on. It goes. I mean, I done a video about this the other day because we get this levy, another tax imposed. Like, I love
Doesn't
the
sound like the
tax.
British government, mate. Putting another
Well,
tax on
it's
you.
a levy by a private firm. Just send us a bill saying, by the way, you owe us 10 grand because you got skilled staff. So what do I get for that? Nothing. Like absolutely nothing for it.
So how
It's
How-
called a
CITB.
CITB levy, and it is just basically them charging us because we've got skilled staff a percentage of what we pay on payroll.
Because
come
very-
come get them, mate.
It's a
Come
very
take 'em
it's a
away.
very low percentage, but I'm like, what do we get? And then we want to do a CITB course, we have to pay for it.
That's wild.
So
Is that,
it's
are,
mad.
these, are they called Quagos, these companies? Is it Quagos?
Mate, you want to take our window cleaning?
Don't know what
no
they-
one gives a shit.
that's it. But it won't be long before someone comes in and tries to.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, that's where the poll system come from when it like for
They were trying to ban ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to ban
Yeah.
ladders.
Yeah.
Look, we spoke to a guy at there's a cleaning expo. I spoke to a fella there who was there at the dawn of water-fed pole, and
Yeah.
I tried to arrange for him to come on the pod. We had some back and forth, and he just stopped replying. But it's just a shame.
Maybe he
really,
fell off a ladder.
Yeah. But he said like the whole reason the water-fed came apart is because the government were going to pass a law
Yeah.
that you couldn't work off of ladders
Yeah.
and domestic properties, which obviously never came about because
It's hard because
people
if
kicked off.
health and safety, I'm talking like the HSE, see you doing something on domestic property. This is what a lot of people don't understand. They say you doing something domestically, they can fine you as a company because they're self-funded. So they need to fine you. So we get calls all the time. People want us to put scaffold up their house. I don't really worry about it. Just put it up like that. It's got to go in a certain way. As soon as you put a name on it, it's easy pickings. And they're talking like they're fine us like £1,000 for a gate not being in. Not the right ladder, another grand. That's how they fine you.
Really?
Is that
After a
genuinely what
prohibition
happens?
notice, yeah. But it won't be long before they come around, they go, ease up a ladder, clean the window, fine you.
Yeah.
Self-funded. So they got to do it. And they're the HSE, aren't they? So,
You can't argue with them boys.
well, they just slap a prohibition on your business.
It's mental, isn't it? Goes to show though that I mean we've always tried to make it as least
Yeah,
dangerous because
you care, you want it to be safe and right for yourself and for others, don't you?
it's not so much for me because I've said to customers before, like I'll hop their fence,
yeah.
but now
Yeah.
I've got a staff member, so I can't guarantee it's going to be me or him coming, and I'm not asking him to hop the fence.
yeah.
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 So you either need to leave the gate open or find a new
Yeah.
window cleaner. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry
Yeah.
because it's better for me to lose the customer than
Yeah.
you know if he hops the fence. Not even the fines aside, if he hops the fence and like hurts his ankle,
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's out.
He's out for a
out
month.
for everyone else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
and like we're down 10 grand in revenue, and
Yeah.
it's like what for what?
Yeah.
Your 22 quid window clean. That makes sense.
It's like painfully obvious when you say it like that.
Yeah,
It so is, isn't it?
it's horrible though because you're like you're
But,
taking a
yeah,
step back.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like you're saying no, I don't want your money. like, that's not what we're trying to
But
do.
there's power in saying no as well, isn't there?
yeah,
Totally.
Like,
Totally.
I've been saying no a lot recently, which is it's becoming a bit more painful. But
I need to learn.
you've got to be a bit more strict. As like we won't take on a customer now if we've got to go through their house.
yeah.
Nothing's happened, but like
Yeah.
I don't want. So I know Elliot really well. He's worked for me in my last business. Trust him with everything. But the next guy or
Yeah.
girl, I'm not going to know.
Yeah.
And it's like
Even the planning and
he
stuff
could just
that you
put
and I-
something in his pocket, and
Yeah.
then that's just a headache I don't need.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if they break a gate, easily fixed. If they knock a plant pot over,
Yeah.
not an issue.
He puts a pole for a TV.
Yeah, or fucking robs their
Yeah.
nan's ashes off the mantelpiece, thinking it's like a gold ornate pot or something. It's like.
Where are you getting these stuff from in your head?
This is what goes on in
Hang
my
on,
head.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking like worst case scenario. Oh, we've stolen the dog and the baby. Right, you obviously mentioned you're building the business to sell.
Yeah.
What's the future look like for you the next couple of years?
Build a business to sell. We got just keep churning away.
When do you think you'll get
Because-
to sale point?
So I've got a
Hopefully
point.
before the next 5 years, otherwise I'll be gone.
Yeah. I've got a point. I said by the time I'm in my early 40s, so by the time I'm 42, so I've got another 5 years.
Okay.
That's worked out well, isn't it?
It's worked out well,
Yeah.
Kurt. Yeah.
You
Hopefully
both
you
go up
exit.
into the sunset together.
And that's it. Whatever the value is at that point, that is what I'll be selling at.
And would you be looking management buyout?
I was originally building it for an EOT, like a management buyout. It's just whether the situation suits at that point.
Right.
So that'd be like like your John Lewis, like they own it, they get a share. It's difficult in our service industry, so it really depends on like we got to keep ticking on. Like some of our contracts go on to, like the NHS ones will go on to 2029, but then there'll be new ones that will come out,
Yeah.
and they're all like 8 to 10 year schemes. Say, and you could be on like a framework for that amount of time, so that's going to have a value to us because the value for us won't really be in like the tube and fitting and the lorries that we got because that all depreciates.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the management structure, what we've been doing for the last few years, and that will all equate to that EBITDA valuation.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, maybe
So
I
5 years,
won't.
yeah?
I won't stop, but I'll do something else.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
you will.
yeah. But that was
You'll be
the
building
See
something.
the ice rinks and coffee buses.
that
popping
was the
up
thing
everywhere.
with I don't know about like I dabble in things like that, and it's to like give the wife something to do and that, but I don't.
Would you go for something big again, or
I
something
would
just
love.
like manageable?
I run a music studio.
I would love a brand like. So I've got this thing about like, can I just sell water in a can? Like if you brand it right, if you do like a Red Bull, if you do it like that, I would love to be involved with something like that. Just because I've always been in the service game, like you boys, always trying to do a nice job and that. So that's my goal.
Do you think you'd start from scratch, or you'd be looking to invest into something?
I would go in with others, I think.
Someone who knows that space a bit.
And really, because I know nothing about it. It excites me.
Yeah.
It's just like if you had a nice shoe, if you've done a nice,
Just selling like something mundane
industry.
for a lot of money because it's cool.
Yeah.
just lots of it.
Yeah.
I'd say you're quite drawn to anything that's marketed well. So it doesn't really matter what it is. Like just if
I think you
marketing
can
is-
sell anything if you market it well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm obsessed with all them guys online. Like we got this one at the moment, like Rory Sullivan. You ever seen him?
Rory Sullivan.
Yeah,
Sutherland.
It's Sutherland. He's a great thinker, great brand guy, marketing guy. Works for this big like London or international.
He's not the big
marketing
geezer,
firm.
is he?
Yeah,
Middle-aged
Yeah,
bloke.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that? He's phenomenal about
Yeah.
his marketing tips. Isn't
That's
he?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, quality.
So the things that he comes up with are just incredible. The way that he thinks,
very clever.
and
I like his bacon sandwich one.
Yeah.
I like to think.
Oh man, I'm so hungry.
I like to think of myself like if you take a step back, you can think of things like that. And then if you're not like, it's difficult with Core4 because we're only selling, we're selling a service and there's an end result. There is someone else behind us. But yeah, if you had the IP on a product, was trying to sell that Tango can, that excites me. So that might be the way to go, but who knows? Who knows where we're going to be in 5 years' time?
Product-based business.
A product-based business. Everyone in product-based businesses will probably tell you they want to get in the service businesses.
probably.
That way, it depends on how many they're selling, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
It's much easier to scale, I think, a product-based
Yeah.
business because you've got online selling and delivery networks. So, like,
Yeah.
you could send something to Australia, it would be there in a day.
But it's got to be the right thing. It can't just be something on TikTok Shop.
No, yeah. A proper product.
Because you get offered that all the time, and it's like, you don't want to sell. Yeah,
To-
yeah, and then that'd be fun to do something like that.
Yeah, we've
What do you
not really
reckon,
done
Curt?
products, have we?
We'll probably carry on our mission, sort of with our own pod and what we're trying to do on our own socials is to engage with younger people, is to get them into construction, and I'd like to continue with that because I feel like that's like just the right thing to do.
Yeah. It's good for everyone, I guess,
Yeah,
because, like you say, there's a lack of, whether it be work ethic or whatever, but there's a lack
I
of
think
younger
we
people
got to go
in the
back to
industry.
basics and start engaging from schools
Yeah.
and showing
I
them what
think
we
the
can do.
trouble is, it's like, I think even now, if you don't do well in school, it's like, oh, you're going to end up a builder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 And it's like,
and I know people that they're clearing $2,000 a week.
yeah, I know, window cleaners
Yeah.
that are cleaning 10 grand a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like on their own.
Yeah,
And it's like,
so
don't need any qualifications. for
yeah,
that.
so why
And you've
wouldn't
got
you
to want to work outside when it's cold, mate?
And AI is not going to take that over.
No.
No.
Yeah, so and to all them things, so there is a lot to be said for it.
If you don't mind me asking, you said that it's you're struggling to get new people in the industry, but then you said you've got a couple of 18-year-olds working for you. So is there like a huge gap between the 18-year-olds and say the 40-year-olds?
Yeah,
Oh,
literally
so
would
you're
be.
getting-
Yeah,
Oh, that's literally your workforce.
yeah. It would
Oh, wow.
it would be
Yeah,
sort
there
of
is a cap.
late 30s to I don't know. Billy's probably in his early 20s.
That's like he's 18.
But yeah, I think all men act
You all
like
do
they're
until
18
you're
for
about
like
29,
quite a while,
don't
don't they? But there is a gap, yeah. And what happened
Almost like a
particularly,
mixed generation, isn't it?
so particularly in scaffold, what happened is this thing called like design come in. So you had to design everything. So if you was half good at scaffolding, you'd go into design, which meant you weren't a scaffolder anymore. You were a designer now because you went evening uni and that was it. And you could earn better money
They're
doing
like
that.
pinching people from
Yeah, so there's a whole
You've got a
gap.
generation of managers as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't go on the tools, that went to college, that done management qualifications, that now sit on site. But there's no one to really do the
They're
work.
normally super handy, them geezers, aren't they? They're normally super
What?
smart.
The ones on site?
Yeah.
I've got a couple
Well-
of clients that are site managers, big old houses, but they work from home.
You've
They're
got,
always at home.
there's not,
How
yeah.
are you a site manager?
the ones that have actually been on the tools at a point, they're the ones that are
Blinding.
great.
Yeah, totally.
But there's a
the ones
lot,
that-
but there's a
yeah.
lot of donuts out there as
Yeah.
well.
Mate, I worked on a couple of sites, and like some of it was like, it's like you, because I was a what do you call it, triple STS,
Yeah.
and you're almost saying to someone like, mate, how else am I meant to do this?
Yeah.
Look, like that's almost what you're trying to say to someone, yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, there's no way you're putting there's no way you're putting a ladder over the stairs and you're getting up there and you're doing that. And I'm like, well, how else do you want me to do it? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, down up.
But it's like,
We'll sort you out.
there's just a
We'll
couple
have the
of
same questions.
You know what I mean?
Like,
There's just a
to
couple of
us.
scenarios, like oh, you have to work in this tower. You have to
Yeah.
work in this tower, right? If you like the electricians, they can't work off a little set of step ladders. They have to get in a proper little podium and they have to lean up, right? But if the podium don't fit inside the room or through the door frames, like the bigger one, you say to them, so how do you expect then for them to get up there if it doesn't fit in the door frame or you can't get the turn on the door? Oh, you're going to have to find another way. And I'm like, but I found it, but you're telling me not to do it. Do you see what I mean? And it's stuff like that used
Oh
to
yeah, that's
just
the biggest frustration.
blow my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm arguing with a grown man. It's like, well, you tell me how to do it and I'll do it, but I don't know how I'm meant to do it now. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
There's money in problem solving, isn't there?
But that's probably why you boys are flying through.
That is,
We still get the same.
unfortunately, that is most of our job.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I just
Well,
overcoming that. them
we'll have
issues.
that issue, or we've got someone with that issue, so we'll overcome it. There's a price tag to it, but that's what we've got to do.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good if you can work with it and things like that. We had like a scenario blew my mind. You can probably agree with it. You might go over way on it. We had a labourer. He went from this country, and his English weren't that great. But he was a great guy, really, really great guy. And there was a materials lift on the job we was on, and there was a personnel lift. So we're meant to get in the personnel lift. He's carried the stuff into site, and it was really long pieces, right? I know what he's done. He's put it in the lift, right? And he thought, well, I don't want it going over, so I'm going to hold it in the lift. So the door shut, and he's gone up. I don't see no arm in it, what he done. It was a complete accident. So everyone's taking photos of him in this lift, and he's gone in, and he's unloaded, and I'll get called into the office with him, and he's like, he's in the materials lift. I went, yeah, I know he is. I've told him not to. He knows not to do it. I know why he done it. He was, for half a second, he didn't think.
Yeah.
He tried to, do you know what I mean? And I went, look, I'll just tell him off, and like he won't do it again. No, that man never sets foot on this.
Yeah,
this
he's got to
guy
go,
again.
yeah.
And I'm like, can you see what he's done? Like I can see what he's done. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And now I've got the rigmarole now, getting another member of
But
staff.
all of that puts off youngsters.
Yeah.
Because if you've got to deal with that,
It's horrible, mate.
Why would you wanna
It's
deal
a
with that?
horrible, toxic environment, everything. And
Yeah.
all they're doing is waiting for you to slip up, and then they're going to, like, can you?
yeah.
That's all it is. Stuff like that. It's just, we used to have it all the time. People walking around waiting to see you without a hard
Yeah.
hat on.
The industry's wrong.
Yeah.
The whole industry's wrong.
I think it's a terrible industry, and it needs really shaking up, I think.
But we're trying to change
So
it.
that's the mission.
We got some gifts, didn't we?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, we don't come empty-handed.
No, we've got some merch. We have got some products.
Oh,
You got your own hat.
quality.
And
Hey,
these are sought after.
I might have
Yeah,
to hit you up for your connect on these. They're awesome.
they're beautiful.
Hey, look at them.
Nice and
it fits
pink
perfectly.
to make the girls wink. There, go straight on, look.
To be fair,
They
look
don't-
much better on you than they do on us.
Yeah, they don't fit our heads because we've got two massive heads.
Big brains, I think that's what
No, I don't know if it's a big brain. I've just got a giant
I don't
head.
know.
Tell us about the podcast, guys. Give everyone a little sales pitch and why they should come listen.
Because we love it.
Go on, Kurt.
Well, no, I mean, it highlights a lot of areas of construction that maybe not everybody knows about. Like, we get to meet all sorts of people, don't we? Good and bad. We try to have the good ones on the podcast. But there's so many untold stories, really. And that's what we're trying to...
You want
trying
to tell the
highlight.
story to get people involved because to say you can come on site
Yeah.
for 5 years, you can do a trade, and then you could move into health and safety, and you could be sensible with it. haven't got to be a dick. You could move into, I'm not saying all health and safety guys are dicks, most of them. Or you can, there's progression in the industry. It is a career.
Yeah, totally.
And what we're trying to say is it's a career. Look at all these different people, like Jason that comes on, he's an HBC inspector, so he inspects new build homes. And he started off as carpenter, started off as labourer, went into carpentry, got into that. That's progression. That's a proper career, isn't it? But at school, they might tell you it's not proper.
Then we've had ones who are at the other end of their career where they're now retired, looking back at what they've liked about construction, the challenges they see now construction having as well.
That's quite interesting.
I bet that's really good, them episodes.
Yeah. I mean,
you record once a week?
Yeah, sometimes get a batch recording, but yeah, they come out once a week. So
Cool. So if you're looking for another podcast to listen to, it's audio only, so you can't watch it at home.
Don't worry.
If you're working away during the day and you finish the Uncleanables podcast, give HardHatChat a listen. We were on there, so you can go get like a bonus Uncleanables.
A few episodes ago, these boys were on there.
And give them.
Hopefully, we didn't cover the same ground.
No, I don't think we did. I don't think we did. But yeah, this has been really great, guys. Thank you so much for making the effort to come down.
Thanks for your time.
And we do a thing at the end of our podcast. I don't know if you've ever caught one to the very end, but we say, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, stay cleaning.
The famous catchphrase.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks,
Cheers, guys.